All right, hi guys. Good morning. This is Joe Trey, and I just finishing the study for the previous Kim Jung-gi illustration. Now this is what we're gonna do: another Kim Jung-gi illustration, but this time a little bit easier. Now for this is one of the studies done on computer. I identified the horizon line, the main subjects, as well as the vanishing points. This is another version of the colored study that I also did in the computer. But in this one, I separated the subjects into different colors. Now, lastly, this is the original. This is what we're going to draw. Now, for this one, if you look at this in an untrained eye, you will notice that the first thing you will notice is that everything is curved. Okay, the feeling, the mood of this illustration is, kind of curved. It's normal. There's not a lot of. It's neutral. There's not a lot of emotions going on around here. However, one thing that is very prominent in this illustration is that it's curved. Okay, if you are an untrained artist just beginning in art, you might not know a lot of terms about art. And in this example, this is called the fisheye. This is a 5 point perspective. This is the fisheye lens. And I personally haven't studied this yet in theory, but I've been drawing them recently. I haven't really read about it in a book or on a YouTube video. I'm just encountering them through Kim Jung-gi's works. Now, for this one, the first step that we need to have in mind in order for us to draw like this, or just for the sake of study, is identifying the horizon line. Okay, so what is the horizon line? The horizon line is where the sky meets the earth. Okay? That's it. That's very simple. Every parallel objects. For example, this plane right here and this plane right here, they both converge in the same horizon and in a vanishing point. That's what we need to first identify, where the vanishing points are, where the horizons are. So the horizon, I think, is located here. That's just a hypothetical uh, study that I did, a hypothesis that I made, in which I tried to put the horizon over here, right at this level. So it is the same in these two illustrations. About this level, about the lips. On here, it's on the lips of Kim Jung-gi, while on this other drawing, it is on the shoulder of Kim Jung-gi, just right at the neck. And this is, although this is a very simple one compared to other drawings, this there is another concept that I want you to understand as an art student or just somebody who's trying to get serious in art. In any illustration, in any drawings, in any piece, there could be a number of horizons, okay? I just learned that recently. However, there is a main horizon, there are sub-horizons. Sub-horizons are things that are either under or above. And in this case, Kim Jung-gi added this seal that has this underwater breathing apparatus. And I identify the horizon there by drawing the box around this animal and then connecting them there, extending those parallels and eventually coming into this horizon. So I recently just discovered that. And I could add another seal right here, or right here, or right here, that is coming from this vanishing point. That will come from any point here in the horizon, in the sub horizon, in the second horizon. So the there is a very few main subjects here. The main subjects are very few, not unlike the other illustrations that I have studied and posted on this YouTube channel. The main pieces or the main subjects on this illustration are going to be Kim Jung-gi, the chair, and this little boy right here. One, two, three, and this guy. These non-animate objects, inanimate objects, and then finally this seal right here. So how many was that? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is just 7. Just that's pretty low. And it's even lower if you simplify these further. So let's say, for example, non-inanimate objects, we combine them as one. So this yellow, uh, the table, and this whiteboard right here, we can combine them as one. So non-animate objects, 1. We can even include this chair right here. And so for the sake of the video, as an example of non-animate objects, let's start with that. So the table, the whiteboard, and the chair, we will count as 1. And the people, we will count as 2. The violet ones. 1, 2, 3. Kim Jung-gi, the little boy, and this guy right here. So 2 subjects. 2 main subjects. And then lastly, this animal right here, we can categorize it as 1 subject. So animal. Animal, people, inanimate objects. And that's it. That's really how you need to see things in drawing figures in perspective. And for a beginner, you might not even think about these lines right here, the boxes around these people. But Kim Jung-gi thinks about it every single time he starts drawing. He already has this like invisible grid on his mind, and he draws from either his memory, from observing his surroundings, and from observing his surroundings, or from imagination. Imagination are things that is not a part of memory. So drawing from your visual library is very different from using your imagination. So there's a very clear distinction when it comes to that. Um, Now, when Kim Jong-il is drawing, he already has he thinks of a lot of things at once. So when you're an artist, that is a very essential skill that you will have to develop over time. That is not an immediate switch, overnight success. You will have to develop these habits of thinking, habits of drawing, habits of visualizing over a long period of time. And there are a lot of ways to get into that. Um, and it also does not apply on art. It applies to other areas of life as well. It applies to sports. It applies to music. It applies to business, etc., etc., etc. It applies to fitness, etc. So being able to see illustrations like this, simplify illustrations like this, is a huge improvement in my part. Because back then, I would think of this image. I would just think of this image as 2D. I would not I wouldn't even have any idea that this is 3D because it is on paper, right? It can't be 3D. It can't be three-dimensional since it only has height and uh, width. It has no depth, right? And as I grew older, as I dived more into art, and I'm surprised really that a lot of people don't know this, that The goal of drawing in 2D or in line drawing is to depict 3D objects into 2D space. Okay, so all of this is just an illusion. Drawing is much like magic. Drawing is being able to put 3D into a 2D medium. Wow, amazing. And that to me, I think, is a very interesting thing. That's why I keep practicing a lot. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to put this image. To be honest with you, this is already a study. You know, um, I drew this on the computer, although using a mouse, but that's not the point. I digress. This is already a study. To be honest, there's no point in me having to draw this again in a separate piece of paper. However, I just want to do it because will help me remember. It will help add to my skill level. It will help me remember it better if I draw it to a separate piece of paper, much like listening to a class. Um, yeah, sure, your teacher's teaching you. Your teacher has a lot of experience on teaching, on or maybe on that subject matter. However, um, the things that you list, the things that come from your teacher's mouths are very difficult to remember. Some of it are opinions, some of it are life stories. It's a mix of facts. It's a mix of what will appear on the exam. It's a mix on opinions. It's very rarely that a teacher will only teach about the facts. You know, we are human. We need to acknowledge that quality that um, we are all imperfect, right? Um, I recently read about this concept in Harold Speed's book that while circle is a symbol of beauty and eternity, it also lacks vitality. It also lacks excitement. It lacks life. So absolute perfectness is dead inside. Although it's beautiful, but it's dead. It lacks life. It lacks imperfection. It lacks the edginess of spiky things, of very loose, chaotic drawings. So a circle lacks life, but it is beautiful. It is serene. And yeah, enough yapping. I'm going to put this now on paper, and I will let you know. This is just going to be a quick video. It's not going to be that long, so yeah, stick to the end of the video so that you'll learn something. Now I think I'm gonna use this instead of this one, since this is quite messy. However, I like this since it's in red, but yeah, I'll use them all. No, I'll use them all. Okay, this is the lazy way to measure proportions. Okay, so this is where the horizon is located. Now we're gonna measure the length, height of the table. Now the vanishing point. The first vanishing point is located here. This is for the inanimate objects. Now let's proceed with the other for the people. Other vanishing point. Okay. How about that? Now let's measure the height, the length. Alright, so I'll continue this later or tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Alright, guys. So drop the tray here, and I'm back in finishing this study by Kim Jung again. Okay. So I just finished this layout. I'm gonna include the other subjects as well. So this is for the table, as you can see. Now I'm gonna draw the chair, and I'm gonna draw the whiteboard. I'm gonna draw the people. So yeah, let me just get my pens. To be honest with you guys, I'm not even required to do this. I don't even know why I'm doing this in the first place. I think I forgot. All I know is that I have a strong inclination of drawing, of finishing this, whatever. Cause I ske- cause I set up a schedule for myself. I draw for 8 hours every single day. It's quite a very hard thing to do. It's hard, really is hard. However, I still do it. I don't know why. Maybe I do. Uh, do you guys wanna know the real reason why I do it? I'll tell you. I'm not. I am not selfish. Well, reason why I do this is because first thing, this is the only thing that I'm good at. No, no, that's not really the thing. I can be good at anything if I just chose that thing consciously. But this is the thing that that I chose to be good at. I've scraped off everything, every hobby that I have, everything, every social interaction, every social obligation. I focused all my entire energy and attention in drawing. So I'll be leaving this place. I'll be leaving our home. I'm 20 years old now. I'll be leaving this place in 2025. So I'll be going out there and I'll be working. I'll live by myself. And yeah, that's what will happen. I want to go out there. I want to live for myself, by myself. And I don't really believe in right or wrong anymore. What's right other in another person's eyes are wrong on another's. Um, and now I kind of get my dad now that as long as I live under his roof, I'm gonna follow his rules, even if those rules doesn't benefit him or doesn't benefit me. It's his household. It's his right to set the rules. He's the man of the house. Even though those rules might not benefit his kids, yeah, he earned that right. So I want to be out of the grasp of my parents, of anyone. I don't really trust anyone anymore. I've lost my hope in people. Um, what will happen in 2025 is I'll get a job somewhere enough to sustain me rent, and I will do art on the side. Maybe I'll do commissions by then, but that's why I'm really doing this right now. I'm really focusing all of my attention here right now, at least for 8 hours a day. And yeah, I have a lot of energy in doing this stuff, even though I don't want to, because my survival is tied with it. If I don't get good at art, then how would I be able to make a living out of it? Know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta get good at this shit. um, while I'm here. Because while I'm up, the time that I can practice are gonna be less and less. Sure, I might compromise things. I might not go out, but I don't really care about anything anymore, you know. I just want to be good at this. I have decided already to pursue this for a lifetime. There's an infinite amount of things you can learn in art, and this is one thing that will never end. Even even when I'm old, I'm gonna be doing art forever. That's just how it is. It's a very special thing about art is that you can always learn something, you know. And I think that's one of the special qualities about art, and what separates it from other hobbies is that you can always learn something new, which is kind of one thing that we all want, right? Novelty. We all want something new. We don't want to get bored with the spice, getting bored. So yeah, that's where I get my energy from, guys. I should make more videos, no? To kickstart my growth further. And I've been seeing you guys, a lot of you are subscribing on my channel. It makes me happy that a lot of people is seeing what I'm doing. It makes me really happy. No, I did not expect one sub every day. That's kind of crazy, you know. 1 to 2 subs every single day. That's crazy, to be honest. And I think there's 340 people now subscribed to me. That's actually crazy, bro. I didn't expect that. You know, actually, I set a goal for myself as well that by the end of 2025, I should have how many? Yeah, 500 videos on YouTube. So my goal wasn't even subscribers, bro. My goal was the action itself, the action of putting out videos. That's actually my goal, not the subscriber. You know, the subscriber just kinda was the byproduct of me being consistent, which is kind of crazy, you know. Alex Hermosi was right. It really is the action, not the results, that can that gives the win. And you know, it just reaffirms that I can trust some people. You know, it's just funny that the people I trust don't even know me. The people I trust, we haven't even met. You know, it's kind of like I was raised by the internet instead of the people around me. It's actually crazy. And I wanna contribute to that, you know. Some kids live in a household where they also have the same situation as me. Maybe not everybody, but I know, since there's a lot of people around the world, maybe 8 billion. I don't know. I don't know the exact numbers, but there are some people out there like me who grew up with the same circumstances as me. And I want to help those kind of people, you know. Even if just those individuals. I want them to have someone they can trust, someone who has gone where they want to go. Just like these people on the internet, man. Alex Ramosi, Casey Sander, Arash Dibazar, Dan Cole, a lot of other people. Adam Listed Pixel, Proco, Bobby True, Sikra, of course, Monty, Carlo Monty. I always felt like I was destined for something else, man. That I'm not supposed to be in this place. My growth is being hindered in this place. Yeah, that's what I've always felt. So yeah, we're finally moving up, bro. I don't know. I don't feel nervous at all. I kind of feel excited, to be honest. I don't know how I will handle it. Going out there, not having college degree. How would I even do it? You know? I don't know. I just can't trust myself that I will be able to do it. Some might say that that's a dumb thing. How would you even survive there? Do you know how unforgiving the real world is? Because I've I've worked before, you know. I worked for a total of 7 months, I think. 7 months, yeah. And what's out there is, uh, I can't even, I can't even put it to words, guys. You know, it's the people there are. It's just full of life, man. It's a combination of a lot of traits. It's a combination of people who has given up on life, failed on life, and exist just to throw that limiting belief to others. Some people there are fighting, fighting the good fight, earning money for themselves. Maybe they're going to school. Maybe they are just they moved out as well from their parents' house. Maybe they are following their dreams or whatever. It's a combination of people who have families, people who doesn't have families. It's a crazy world out there, man. It's like I'm finally leaving the town. It's just like in Pokemon, you know. It's a crazy, it's crazy analogy because um, to treat life as a game, it's such a privilege to be able to even think that way, you know. Some people, it's all they know. I've worked before in call centers where it's really all their income, it's all their livelihood. Some people there are, some people are just there to buy, to save funds to buy something. Uh, since they are on vacation in school. It's a very crazy thing to life, man. Life is a very crazy thing. And I don't want to hinder my growth. I want to experience all the possibilities life has to offer. So, so I'm going out there. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. I hope I can survive out there. I can. I know I can. I was always alone, you know, even when I was a child. So, Yeah, I think it'll be a great experience to have. I wanna live by myself as well. I wanna live life minimally. I don't want to have any obligations. I have enough obligations to myself to not only follow the schedule but to do the chores, grow my money, etc. Read books, etc. So yeah, I'm excited. I have enough savings to find a job somewhere. Maybe I'll document it as well. I don't even know if I'd show my face on the camera. Although I want to, but some parts of me still thinks that that's kind of embarrassing, that I shouldn't do that. It's too risky. But I know, see, ever since I was a child, I was built for risks, man. Being in this place hinders me a lot because I care about the expectations of my parents. And why would I listen to these people? These people, although I respect them and honor them, they don't have the life that I want. The life that I want is peaceful, that I have an autonomy to do whatever I want, to make my own schedules, businesses, somewhere out there with uh, only my interests. The life that I want is fun, okay? The life that I want is just me getting drunk on things that I find interesting. That's it. I'm a very simple man. I'm a very simple guy. I don't desire a lot. Only knowledge. I'm a slut for knowledge. Should I start another channel that talks about my experiences once I get out of this place? Maybe I do. Maybe that's also a viable option. I wonder what happened to that gambling casino guy. Jermaine, I think that's his name. I wonder what happened to him now. His YouTube is on thousands, I guess. 30, 40, 50,000, maybe 70,000. I don't recall. But I wonder what happened to that guy. How much is he earning on YouTube? But I bet he's earning quite enough to cover his rent every month. I think that's a very good starting point. You don't need a lot as a man. You only need stability, purpose, food. Everything is just extra. So this is the hand. I always knew that I was a creative person. Even when I was a child. It's just that I think school has had a big effect on me. I wasn't the type of person to learn something just by reading at it. I'm more of the repetition guy. I have to repeat things over and over and over again just to even understand it. I'm not built for school, guys. I already know it. And I wish I became comfortable competing on junior high school. I was caring too much about other people. I don't want them to lose. I'd rather burn myself to keep them warm than use that warmth to fuel myself, to fuel my learning. Because everyone was competing. I was blind to that fact. I was blind to that fact, man. I wish I was more comfortable competing back then. But I did learn a lot of things from high school. I just became conscious too soon to realize that I could have gotten there much better. I could have navigated it much better. Man, I'm grateful the pandemic happened, man. And we got stuck at home because I learned an awful lot about myself, guys. I wish you have as well. I've learned a lot about myself. And what Carl Jung said, that I don't even know Carl Jung before, you know. But what he said was that the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. And I agree to that 100%. You know, a lot of people, life is very paradoxical. People would do one thing and say another. It's just crazy to me. Life has so much to offer. I don't know why people are cynical. Well, I am cynical, but I'm trying to fix that every single day. Although I know that my cynicism protects me from being hurt. I know that, for sure. But it also limits me on the amazing things that life has to offer. And I think I've played too safe on this past few years. I think I was playing too safe with my interactions and people. And that should change. People are evil, man. Although I don't believe in good and evil, the way they act is just evil, man. I don't have any words to describe it. even though it's self-preservation. No, it's evil, man. It's evil. You don't understand the world unless you're broke, unless you're fat. I think those are just the uh, two things in which will open your eyes to the world. Being broke. Three things actually: being broke, being fat, and being ugly. Because I was broke, I was ugly and fat. Uh, when I was a child, and people don't treat fat and ugly people good. You know, people are still animals, man. That animal side of us, it's still there. It's still ingrained in us. I don't think it's ever going to get away. And I guess what school's doing to that animal side of us is it's killing it. Everything has its pros and cons, guys. Our animal side has pros as well, not just cons. It's the chaotic side of us. The animal side is what makes us feel alive. It's what brings communities together. A group of people together. It's what makes us alive. That's a very important one. That's what creates societies. And the more that natural animalness in us is killed, the more people reward us for it. Because you're more civil, they like castrates us and rewards us once the castration progresses further and further. I've seen that. Although it's bad as well, and I don't believe in good and bad. I just believe in self-preservation and thriving. Okay. I've learned a lot about the world these past few years. I was forced to. I'm supposed to be asleep by now. I'm supposed to be under the will of someone that I can trust. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. I don't know if no one has the balls enough to, take me under their wing, the time enough, the space enough, or the trust in themselves as well. Because taking someone under your wing is a very responsible thing to do. It's a very, very big thing to take on. I don't think I've ever met an adult in my life, to be honest. A responsible adult. Is this hell? Is Earth hell? That is the upper lip, lower lip. But to be honest, I've never felt more alive. I've never felt more purposeful. And that only came from digging deep to myself, digging deep for the answers. And I've told that to my previous videos as well, that I feel like I don't need anything from anyone anymore. I feel like I've kind of figured life out. And I preface that by I'm not saying this to sound cocky or arrogant. I'm saying this from a peaceful place that I think I'm content. I just also found out that although laughter is good, it's not the way you want people to remember you by. You want to create something meaningful for the world. I'm not saying that making other people laugh and reducing stress in other people's lives is not meaningful. It is meaningful if you can scale it large enough that it affects a lot of people, not just in your town, not just in your area, like, famous vloggers like Kong TV started by entertaining people, and I think it's kind of like a quick fix. But if you succeed in that, you won't complain either because it pays all the bills. It's what allows you to survive and to even um, earn from something that you want to do that helps other people, that you're the only one good at. It's such a very good thing. It's like ikigai. And I'm not undermining the efforts as well. That's a very hard thing to do. Posting all over the years, practicing, scripting, a lot of those stuff is hard. Nothing worth having is easy. Nothing easy is worth having, rather. And I also think that the Oedipal family systems are much common than a lot of people think. Um, I see it everywhere. I see it in my neighbors. Um, it's prevalent in my own family. I can't wait to live my life, man. To get out of here and teach people, earn money through what I do, help other people be inspired on making art. I'm just somebody that dreams, man. I'm just somebody that expects the good in other people, expects more from the world. I need to stop being ashamed of my desires as a man. And I was shamed before from my desires as a man. I know, I don't know if my family remembers it, but they shame you for having desires, especially if you are the eldest child. They want to make you a money making machine to live off of. That's just true in Filipino families. I can see it everywhere in my neighborhood, in our area. It's just sad. It's sad, man. People are evil. People are evil. I see it everywhere. Although my entire focus is on art, I can't help but notice it. It's everywhere. I even made the conscious decision that even though my family is acting this way, even though most of the people in my area is acting this way, I'm gonna turn a blind eye to that. I'm not gonna pay any attention. I'm just gonna focus on my craft. And I did, and it helped me a lot. However, even though that's the case, I still can't help but notice it. It's very prevalent. People are evil, man. People are evil everywhere. Grow some teeth. That's the only thing you could do. You can change these people. Yeah, you can change yourself, and maybe that'll impact other people. People that are sane, that are not crazy. But that's all you can do. If you fuck up, if you fall back, they will fall back as well. You know, they're looking for even you to a child as an example to follow, because not everyone wants to try new things, even if what they are having right now is bad, something that's not good for them. They will continue to do it because that's all they ever know. So it's up to you, the new generation. to show these people better, be better. It's up to us. And you can't get discouraged from what they say to you. Everything is noise, guys. Everything is noise. Don't listen to these people that you see on your neighborhood. Look at the lives of people you want to be. Lives of the people that has the lives that you want. Those are the people to learn advice from. And in some sense, you have to also be wary of listening to what they say, because oftentimes what people say is not really what they are applying in life. You have to see their actions. And to do that, I'm not saying that people lie all the time, but it's much better to watch their actions instead of their words, because that is truth most of the time. You can't you can't perform every time. It's exhausting. Most people don't even know they are acting one way because it is so automatic, they don't even think about it. That's how bad habits compound to make your life be like shit. So watch what people do if you can, not what they're saying, because what they're saying 9 times out of 10 is bullshit. It's what they would have, it's what they want to do, not what they are right now currently. So keep your head up, keep your standards up. Have faith that what you're doing right now will work, or what you want to do will work. Because you can't look outside for inspiration anymore right now, because a lot of people have failed. A lot of people have gave up. I gave up as well, but not in a bad way. I gave up on people. I gave up on trusting other people to lead me to what is right, because they don't even know what is right, because they haven't done it. So please trust yourself. Build habits that will make you trust yourself, compound to trusting yourself. You don't need anyone but yourself. Everything is there. You don't lack anything. Everything is within you. The answers are within you. You don't have to look for anyone else's knowledge to point you to where you want to go. Everything is there. The answers are all there. And once you realize that you don't need anything, everything becomes yours. Everything just falls into your hands. So continue trusting yourself, guys. Much love. I'm almost finished in this illustration. As you can see, I'm doing pretty good. You know, it's been 45 minutes. I'm on 4%. My phone is 4%. Um, this one, it should be converging right there. It is too curved like that. It should be curved slowly. It should be curving slowly. Thank you for the support, guys. Really, I appreciate all of the love and the comments, all of the suggestions. Yeah, I think that's one thing I can do. I can do the suggestions right now. I have time. Also, I'm in the mood in doing so. Maybe after this, I will do it immediately. I don't know. I still have 2 hours that I have to do to they have to spend in practicing. So I'll get on the computer and I will analyze drawings again from Jung, my favorite artist of all time. And yeah, I will spend the next 2 hours studying because I don't trust the traditional educational system. Uh, I can stick with my schedules, but I can't stick on. I can't follow other people telling me what to do. I have issues about authority. I don't trust authority. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Bye. Before I even finish the video, I'm just gonna darken the contours, make them a little thicker than normal to highlight that they're the main subjects of this piece. That's something Kim Jung-gi does, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just me. I think in his illustrations, they're like just line weight variations. He does not make the contours of his drawings intentionally bolder. It's just that he plays with the line weight because he knows a lot. Yeah, just the most important parts. Let's make it bold. This is a seal. It's a silly seal. Seal. Silly. Skull. It's the pants. Jeans. Yo, guys, let me know if I should get a drawing tablet. I have money, therefore, they're on my savings. Should I get tablet? Should I get a tablet? I want to. It's just I don't need to, but I want to. What do you think? If I had a tablet, I would do a lot of fan arts. That would make me grow. That would position me in a place where I could make commissions. I think. I'm not sure. They always say that. Yeah, that's enough. That'll do it. Bye bye.